Now, I will ask you, how do you think does this bear feel? Do you think he is happy being inside a cage? If you think yes, why do you think it is? So, di siya magpa-ano guys. Di siya magpa-thumbnail. O magpa... Bahala ka eh. Okay, why do you think he is happy or he is not? Okay, you might write your comments below for your answers. So maybe he might be happy, if ever. He might be happy because he doesn't need to find food anymore because someone's or somebody's are feeding him. Or he might also not be happy because he's not anymore free. He cannot do whatever he wants to do. He cannot go wherever he wants to go. And above all, he's not anymore in his home. This is not his home anymore. So he's not free doing what he wants to do. So same as with us, right? We are not happy when we are not free, when we are not free to do what we want to do, or we are not free to go where we want to go. So same as with this bear. And so this leads us to our lesson for today, which is the freedom of the human person. For this, we have our objectives. First, we have at the end of the lesson, you must define freedom and its kinds. Second, you must write a statement showing the exercise of freedom based on the given situation. And third, you must appreciate the beauty of freedom and apply it correctly. Now, to enhance this, we have the activity number 1 for objective 1. We have here the scrambled letters. So I will be giving you the definition and a scrambled letters which you have to assemble to form a meaningful word. The word that you think is being defined by the definition. Okay, let's start. What do you think is this? The ability to make choices and perform actions. Oh, shout out to Reggie Velez. Yes, I remember you dong. Sige, for this, what do you think this is kaya? Yes, that's freedom. Right tas akong estudyante nga naka-live oy, naka-view. Sige, freedom is the ability to make choices and perform actions. How about this one? This is freedom from any physical restraint. Sige, I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! This is physical freedom. Naulahi og abot imuhang answer. For this one, this refers to the freedom of choice. What is this kaya? Tugaya po makasend sa iyahang answer, oy. Okay, this is psychological freedom. Wrong spelling imo ha. Sige, for this one, this refers to using the freedom in a manner that upholds human dignity and goodness. Meaning, you keep your dignity clean or your record clean. This is moral freedom. Sige, for this one, I just don't know what's happening with my PowerPoint no kay Ganina ragit ko nang sig-edit ani ba? Ang ending kay murag gyapon siya. Well, anyways, this is the ability to act out of one's own free will and self-determination. So from the word act out of one's own free will, this is voluntariness. And for this one, this refers to the person being accountable for his or her actions and their consequences. Ano kaya ito? Being accountable for. Yes, that's responsibility. Okay, for activity 2, you tell me whether the statement is a physical freedom, exercising the physical freedom, psychological freedom, or the moral freedom. So you can answer me with A, B, C. A for physical freedom, B for psychological, and C for moral freedom. Sige, let's start with not killing. Is it physical, psychological, or moral? Sure ka? No, it's moral. Moral because you keep your dignity clean when you will not kill. Okay, next, speaking the truth. Speaking the truth, this is moral because you keep your dignity clean when you will not lie. Kay ika nga, pag na makakakausa, wa na lang mahinumduman, katurag yun. O, diba? You make a mistake out of 100 good deeds, tapos nasayop kakausa, wa lang mahinumduman, katurag yung sayop. Diba? So, you must speak the truth always. Sige, joining national drug education. Is it physical, psychological, or moral? This is letter A, physical. Why? Because of the word joining. Because of the word joining, you're bringing yourself, so it is physical. Then we have choosing studies over love life. From the word choosing, what kind of freedom do you exercise? It is psychological because you are choosing. Okay, next. Being careful with actions. Ano kaya ito? Is it physical, psychological, or moral? It is moral because when you are careful with your actions, you're keeping your dignity. Yes, dong, moral. Nakatunong ka. Then, respecting the property of others. If you respect the property of others, how do other people think of you kaya? So this is the exercise of what kind of freedom? Physical, psychological, or moral? No, it's still moral. Moral because you keep your dignity when you respect others' property. Diba? Kaya kung they knew you as kawatan, na, o naging mo salig nimo. So that's why respecting the properties of others will keep your dignity. Not wearing seductive clothes. Oh, for ladies, not only for ladies, also for men. Kanang you are not attracting eyes gani. Nga mo tanaw sa imuhang mga dili angay makita. What is this kaya? Physical, psychological, or moral freedom? Not wearing seductive clothes. So when you will not wear seductive clothes, you are keeping your dignity. You make others respect you. Diba? Sige, not stealing. O, di ka mangawat. You're not taking things that are not yours. You keep also your dignity. So this is moral freedom. Moral freedom because you let others respect you because katahuran, respectably tama mga word, basta mo na siya kasaligan ka, katahuran ka. So that is moral freedom. Going to church, more physical, psychological, or moral? Going to church, A, B, or C? No. Oh, from the word moral. Moral is you're bringing yourself. So that is physical. Though going to church is really a good habit, but it does not necessarily mean you're keeping your dignity clean when you are going to church. Ba kay ang uban kay moadtog church for what? Mamaligya. Ang uban moadtog church kay motanaw og sexy. Anay uban moadtog church kay mga sexy pod kayo, di ba? So this is physical freedom because you are bringing yourself when you go to church. Do we still have more? Okay, choosing to buy a branded shirt and to save money. Oh, from the word choosing, is it physical, psychological, or moral freedom? A, choosing to buy a branded shirt. This is psychological. From the word choosing, you are exercising your freedom of choice. Sige, basing naglibog lang ka sa choices na to. Kuan, Reggie. Sige, A is for physical, B is for psychological, and C is for moral. Sige, we're done with it. So, let's move to objective number 2. Sige, it's fine dong. Sige, for our objective number 2, you are to write a statement showing the exercise of freedom based on the given situation. For this, you prepare 1/2 sheet of paper, 1/2 for your activity. For your first activity to be written on your paper, we have different situations for both gents or gentlemen and for ladies. So for gentlemen, you have here, you happen to sit beside an open bag. When you glanced at it, you saw a huge amount of money. How will you exercise your freedom considering your responsibility? Remember, as a responsibility, you are accountable with the consequences of your action. So write your answers in a 1/2 sheet of paper, and we will check it on our next meeting. Okay, just return to this video once you cannot get the whole question. So let's move to the questions for the ladies. Okay, for the ladies, your situation is this. You used the comfort room of a convenience store. While using it, you found a wallet full of money with an identification card inside. How will you exercise your freedom considering your responsibility? Will you keep it or will you return it to somebody or to whom? So give me your answer in your 1/2 sheet of paper. Screenshot will do. Okay. Ayaw man na data? So for our conclusion, for our objective number 3, always keep in mind that in exercising your freedom, always consider the consequences of your actions. And in every action, there is always a consequence. If the consequence is positive, it means you exercised your freedom well. But if the consequence is negative, then it means that you used your freedom in a wrong manner. So for our assessment for today, you use the space left in your paper, and we have only 10 items. Okay, you can actually go back to my video once you cannot grasp all. So for the first to fourth questions, we have, you answer me with yes it is and no it isn't. So for this one, you identify if the statement below shows responsible use of freedom. So a businessman did not accept a high-paying position in an overseas firm and instead decided to start his own business and spend more time with his family. So what do you think it is? Is the businessman exercising his responsible use of freedom or not? So you answer me with yes it is or no it isn't. For the second item, instead of spending her excess allowance on a new pair of shoes, Reina decides to open a bank account and start saving up for her future. Is she exercising a responsible use of freedom or not? So you answer me with yes, yes it is, or no it isn't. Okay, for number 3, same answers you will be giving me. Yes it is or no it isn't. A woman used the internet to humiliate her ex-boyfriend by spreading lewd photos of him on social media. So when we say humiliate, di pa kaulawan niya. Lewd photos, alam nyo na yan. Sige, for number 4, despite knowing that many of his clients were poor and desperate, a money lender continues to impose very high interest rates on loans. So, is he exercising a responsible use of freedom or not? Okay, for number 5 to 10, you identify the term. Identify what these are. We have the terms earlier, right? The kinds of freedom, the freedom, and the responsibility and voluntariness. So identify this one. As I said, you write your answers on the space left on your 1/2 sheet of paper. So this refers to using freedom in a manner that upholds human dignity and goodness. Ano kaya ito? Oh, you answer that on your 1/2. And number 6 is this. This is the ability to make choices and perform actions and is an essential property of the human person. Oh, what is this kaya? Then, this is freedom from any physical restraint. Oh, from the word physical restraint, what kind of freedom is this? Then, number 8. This is the ability to act out of one's own free will and self-determination. From the word act out of one's own free will. Ano kaya ito? And for number 9, this refers to the person being accountable for his or her actions and their consequences. Being accountable. Ano unsa kay ito? Basta na accountable. And finally, the freedom to make choices. What is this? What kind of freedom is this? Sige, so that ends our assessment and our lesson. So if you have learned something, please give me a thumbs up and please click the subscribe button. And if there's something you need to clarify or if you have some questions, then don't hesitate to leave a comment below and I will answer you sometime when I will be reading your questions. So thank you and we'll see you again on our next lesson and we will check your answers when we meet. Okay? Thank you for being with me. Bye-bye.